Hi, I'm Jessie Perez, Relational Strategist and the host of the TV show Heart's Intention. I am talking with women around the world about the importance and significance of having beautiful, healthy relationships with other women. And so today I'm talking with Melanie. Melanie, I'm so excited to talk with you because I know that even just a little bit of what we were talking about earlier is so in line with what we need to hear. So tell me, when you think about relationship in that sisterly way, what words come to mind for you?
Oh my goodness, so many. Just trust, loyalty, and peace, because it brings me peace to have those relationships. It's comforting. It's like almost like a cozy mug full of your favorite hot drink. I don't know. It's more than that, but it's like it just wraps around you, and we all need that.
We really do.
We do.
Now, for you, is relationship something that just came naturally for you, or is this something that developed later on, and how did that come about?
Well, I'm a big talker. So I always got in trouble in school for talking, imagine that. So I was always very relational, but all the relationships I had weren't great, like everybody else, you know. And sometimes some of them were great, and some of them I still have from elementary school, but some I don't. And so you have to nurture those relationships, yes. And that's so important. So that I've always had them, but not having better ones later in life, I think.
Yeah. You know, I think that's something that doesn't come up a lot, right? Is, okay, you can help teach somebody how to meet people, right, and then maybe step into those relationships. But I think a word that you just used is so crucial, and that's the word nurture, right? Meeting somebody isn't enough. It's like handing somebody a business card and walking away, right?
Sure.
It doesn't build the relationship. But even after you know them, like people from your elementary school, it's that nurturing that continues to foster that relationship. What would you say as you think about like what it means to nurture a relationship for somebody who's not good at it or hasn't really put into time? What does that look like for you?
I think we had mentioned, I think earlier, you have to be intentional.
Yeah.
And even, I know we're all busy and we're all in different phases. Some people have little children, some people have grown children that have grandkids, or they're somewhere in between. And I think it's just so important to it doesn't matter how busy you are, make that time to have lunch, make that time to have coffee. It doesn't have to be for 5 hours.
Right.
But just make an intentional, like monthly meeting with a group of women, more than one. But I think that makes the other person feel important. And I know I've had a relationship sometimes where I feel like I'm always the one that is making the appointments, always the one asking, let's have lunch, always. So don't be that person.
Yeah.
Because it makes the other person feel like, well, maybe I'm not so important. And they could be. I'm not pointing a finger. It's just you have to be intentional.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes communication helps, right? Because
Absolutely.
Maybe somebody doesn't realize that they're not being on the giving side, right? And having that conversation, but bring it into a safe space, right?
And maybe that's just their personality.
Sure.
But they can always change too, so can we. And there's been things, I've had to really be intentional. I've had to change that about myself. So
that's great. Now, I would love if you would share, what would be some advice that you would give the women who are watching now that maybe is something that you think they can grab onto and run with if they're needing to build up their relationships and walk into relational well?
Well, I think a good place to start is somewhere safe, like, you know, a women's group. Like if you have small children in school, there's a group of women that have the same things going on in their life. Like the children are the same age, or at school functions, or, you know, to get into those groups with people that have like-minded things going on in their life, you know. And even if you're not, you can be a mentor to someone who's younger than you. A lot of younger women need mentors.
Absolutely.
And so I've had a lot of younger women. My son's 27, and he would bring friends over, and they would say, hey, I just love your mom, can I? Because it was a safe space, and you could come in and talk and pray, and, you know, there's no judgment because I wasn't a parent. So I could be that neutral, you know, but I was honest. So, but you can nurture those things too with even younger people. So it doesn't necessarily have to be your age.
I love that.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to share?
I just think you should get all of her books because this is the first time I've met her, and she is lovely and just a wealth of knowledge, and she brings with her such a peace and such direction. I feel like I've just learned so much. I've been like a sponge, and I've only been around her maybe an hour. So, so I can only imagine what you can learn through her books. And I just appreciate you taking the time and listening to the Holy Spirit to write these books for us, because women really need this.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you for talking with me
You're welcome.
today.
Thank you.
And I hope that this inspires all of you as you are on your journey, whether you are already connected with women and continuing to nurture that and be an influence for others, or whether you're just starting out, that the relationships that you can form with other women in healthy ways are so worth it. And so don't give up on that. Press in, because you will see that the wealth that you have is greater than anything you can find anywhere else. Until next time, I'm Jessie Perez.